So over the past couple of months, with us having very intermittent internet connectivity, as well as not having connectivity for weeks on end, if you guys would remember when I reviewed the D-Link 4G LTE router, that's what it resorted to. It resorted to me using my own LTE data for connectivity here at home. The time has finally come for change. How's it, guys? What's going on? My name is Prashant and welcome to Tech Scenes Eddie. Today, the time has finally come for us to sign up for fiber with Axxess. If this is your first time here, you better make sure you're subscribed because you're missing out on some very awesome content that we put out. So after weeks of us watching them digging, laying, and splicing the fiber has finally gone live in my area. And today, I'm going to actually walk you guys through the process of me registering for fiber with Axxess. So let's get into it. Let's look at some of their fiber packages and let's go uncap fiber. So as you can see, this is how slow and how intermittent my internet connectivity is. So we're going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to input my address. So it's as easy as that. And as you can see, fiber is available in my area, as I've told you already. So I'm going with a 50 megabit per second up and 50 megabit per second down plan, and this is very affordable from Axxess. So I need to click and add some more information in here. You just need to complete the form, fill out your contact details, your name, your physical address, what kind of home you stay in, whether it's a residential, a flat, or complex, a gated community, or an estate. So obviously I stay in a residential area, house. Click add information, and that's it. Add to cart. And would you like to add a fiber-free router? Would you like to add a free fiber-ready router to your order? Yes, I would. Right, proceed to checkout. And my secure order, my 50 meg up, 50 meg down combo, my free fiber ready router, and let's go accept the terms and conditions and click proceed. Hello. So now all we have to do is wait for our order to be processed, as it says, checkout successful. And now we just have to wait for the installation team to come out and complete our installation. So it's literally like one sleep after I did the registration. I completed the registration like 10 o'clock last night. And this morning at 9 o'clock I got an SMS from the installation team, and they actually wanted to come out and do the installation today, but as you can see it's pouring rain, so I told them maybe let's schedule it for tomorrow, but let's see how the weather turns out. So with the installation complete, that installation was to the point and to the T. The team that came out, kudos to them. They told me, you know what, 3 hours they'd be here, and 3 hours on the dot, the paving was back where it was, the sand was covered up, and everything was as it was. So the one other thing that I'd likes to mention about the installation as well as the installation team was that any suggestion I made to them or anything I told them how I'd like the installation done, they heard me through and they did it exactly how I mentioned. So that was a very nice part. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to do it like this and we're going to do it like that. Anything I told them, they heard me through and they did it exactly like that. Yeah, so with your installation complete, the fiber isn't ready to go just right off the bat. They actually have to do a little bit of checks from the back end to make sure everything's running well and just make sure your service provider is hooked up to the network properly. So ours, unfortunately, was completed a little bit later in the day. It was completed like somewhere closer to 4 o'clock. And unfortunately, that's the time that the guys from Axxess knock off. So that's why our fiber actually went live the next day. But if your installation is completed early, within like half an hour of the installation being complete, the guys from Axxess do their checks and they send you an email. So they'll let you know, you know what, they're pleased to let you know that your fiber line has been activated at your address, and there's your fiber details, your login username, and then to complete your fiber setup or your fiber router setup, they give you a step-by-step instruction guide as to how to do that. But we're going to talk about that in a second, or we're going to go through that in a second. So to complete your fiber router setup and get connected to your fiber, you're going to need to do a couple of things. So the first thing is you're going to need 2 LAN cables, one of which is going to connect from the back of your ONT or optical network termination or your fiber box to your router or router. So from the ONT is going to connect to any of the Ethernet ports there, and then from there it's going to connect to the WAN port of your router. The second LAN cable, you plug that into the Ethernet port of your router and plug it to your laptop or PC or whatever. So from there, you switch everything on. So if your router comes pre-configured from Axxess, you don't have to worry. You just connect up all your LAN cables and restart, and it should redirect you directly to the page to set up your fiber. But obviously mine isn't like that because I'm keeping the structure of my network the same because I have so much of things set up already and I'm not going to do too much changes. So for me, the first thing I'll have to do is log into my D-Link DIR825 router, and then we're going to go to internet and then manual internet connection setup. So now from here, we're going to change this setting from triple PoE to dynamic IP. The final step to be done is to actually activate and authenticate your fiber connection. To do that, all we're going to be doing is following the instructions in the email, and to do that all we have to do is head over to fiber.internet.co.za, and once that page is loaded, we have to enter our username. If you're not sure what your username is, check the email, because in the email they'll give you what your username is. So let's just insert that here and click activate, and as you can see it says you now have access to blazing fast internet. And that's our installation complete. So many people would ask, why Axxess? So I found that with Axxess, you can have access to ultra-fast broadband, and it's by far the best way to connect to the internet with packages that are unshaped, unthrottled, and have no usage limits. So Axxess Fibre lets you have infinite fun, never having to worry about how much data you use because the packages are uncapped and ultra fast. So you also have to say goodbye to buffering and slow speeds. The second thing is that you don't have to be worried about being tied down to contracts because all their packages are month to month and you can change at any time. There are some T's and C's that do apply. And you never have to worry about paying line rental ever again. So you save money there and it lets you have even more faster internet. And the fourth thing was that Axxess has a legendary 24/7 support team that's always on standby to help if anything goes wrong. And I can personally vouch that I've called them at like 4 o'clock in the morning one day when I couldn't sleep to work on the website. But that's a story for another day. Axxess has also partnered with some of South Africa's biggest internet providers. So all you have to do is search your location and see what packages they can offer you. And if you already subscribed with another provider, they make it as easy as a couple of clicks to change over. Besides Axxess just being a fiber ISP, they also offer DSL, LTE, VoIP, and their own hosting services. So I'd like to say a big thank you to Axxess for sponsoring this amazing video for you guys to watch. And if you enjoyed this video, you can let me know by leaving a like rating if you did. And make sure you subscribe to see more awesome videos like this from us. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.